So yeah, bros and girls, Michael here, and today we're reacting to Nostalgia Critic Fat Albert. Now, I never reacted to the Nostalgia Critic before. You know, Dog Walker from the Awesome Channel Awesome. I did watch all of his videos and they're very great, but I never react to one of them. So this is actually my first reaction video from his channel. If you guys want me to do another Nostalgia Critic movie review, make sure to drop me a comment down below if you want what you want to see next. Maybe next I'll do Scooby-Doo, or maybe any horror film, or maybe Pee-wee's Playhouse about Pee-wee Herman, and maybe Rowan Atkinson playing Mr. Bean next. Make sure to drop me a comment down below which one you want to see next. Anyways, let's get to it. Alright.
Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Critic guy.
Hey, Don Walker. How's it going, man?
I don't know if this is an unpopular opinion or not, but Kenan Thompson is my favorite SNL cast member.
I do love Kenan Thompson too. He's pretty funny.
Members I think are more talented or lend themselves to other avenues. A lot of those avenues also lead to a lot of duds. It's just part of the business. Kenan seems particularly comfortable with where he is, though, and says he has no plans of leaving anytime soon. But you know what? If you're good at something, why stop doing it?
New iPhone wants your thumbprint for your protection.
I don't think so. That's how they get you.
Yes! Yes!
He has an amazing talent, for me anyway, of making almost anything sound funny.
So you left her,
And then you marry her.
and now y'all both here together. The heart wants what it wants, Steve. That ain't the heart, player.
There's that old
Steve
cliche of
Harvey,
being so
always
You
funny.
can make the phone book sound humorous, and this is the only SNL member I think could actually do that. Well, him and Christopher Walken. Yeah, I guess I find people who have a distinct way of talking pretty funny.
I'm your host, Reese.
The what?
We out of time, man. Hey, come on now. That costs money.
Yep.
He doesn't even do that many characters. He just has a way of delivering lines and knowing the exact syllable to emphasize, slow down, or speed up in order to get a laugh. And it's rare to be tapped into that this consistently.
Baseball.
Baseball.
Do you like basketball and football, but they too fun and fast? Try baseball.
Baseball.
And that's not to say there haven't been attempts to do other things with his talents. He has been in other shows and movies and even had an attempt at sitcom, but most of them, for whatever reason, didn't have the same magic as SNL. And one of those films people have wanted me to look over for years, for better or worse,
Is Fat Albert. I never heard about this movie, but it's a pretty good family film.
Based on the 70s cartoon, the 2004 movie didn't exactly get the warmest of responses. Both critics and audiences seem to dislike it, but to its credit, a lot of folks do remember it. There's been a lot of cartoon adaptations over the years that people forget even happened. But so many folks have asked me to review this movie that you have to at least acknowledge it did leave an impression. The same way I guess a giant ass leaves an impression on a couch.
Yeah, he's so
Is there a
big. That's why they
huge
call
charm
him
to that
Fat
impression, Or
Albert.
is it mostly just,
Ass.
well, let's take a closer look.
21 years after his release, and only 3 years after his release, let's take a look at Fat Albert.
Alright, so first off, I'll give a heads up. I've seen a little bit of the cartoon growing up, but I'm not an expert on it. I don't know most of the characters' names, but I do know enough to know that the Animaniacs parody of it is
It's pretty funny.
So I'm not going to be able to compare it too much to the show, but I do know I'm currently looking at over 5 drawings done for the animation, so this already
Yeah,
feels a
the
little
intro
off.
animation is pretty
It
good.
doesn't last long. They make it look like the whole opening credits is going to be this animation.
But it's only 30 seconds.
And let's be honest, it looks like they put the budget of an entire season into that 30 seconds.
You're going to that party with me. I don't think so.
We cut to the real world where we're introduced to a girl named Doris.
Played by Kyla Pratt.
Who doesn't seem to fit in.
You go with me, right, Doris?
I wasn't invited.
Oh, I see. Her and Fat Albert are going to switch places and we're going to see what her life is like as a cartoon.
Yep.
I'm not too far off as she spends time with very few friends and just watches
Who wants to play?
Fat Albert.
Okay, seriously, I'm expecting Princess Tiana to walk by. This is way too well animated.
Of course it is, though. Every CG movie or any animated movie, I really don't know. know why? But the animation being so good at this, because it's very well animated.
Right now, the animators of the original show are looking at this like, whoa, you got more than bison dollars for your budget?
Whoa.
Doris's tear falls on the remote. Because of family films, the more sad the tear, the more satanic the results. And suddenly, the cartoon characters can hear her.
Hey, hey, hey! What is that thing? It's a girl.
And whatever she said to the cinematographer...
Man, did he get his revenge.
Fat Albert sees she's sad, and so he goes into the real world to help her.
With the others following him instead.
Oh my. Look at us.
Wow, we look like a bad SNL sketch. So you mean a current SNL sketch? Yeah, right down to Kenan Thompson being the only one trying to save it. And okay, you wanna know why I'm weirdly so against the animation being so good in this? Because it makes jokes like this not work.
Ah! Don't you guys make noise when you enter a room?
I never thought about it, you know?
We just entered.
We just entered.
Not on that show. You got like Space Jam backgrounds on
Yeah,
that show.
kind of like Space
You're like
Jam.
the animation in that Walmart Grinch commercial. You look great, but you just don't belong in something this bad.
Where's our show?
It's over.
The show ends, and they find they can't go back into the TV until another episode runs
The following day.
Pardon me, miss.
My name is Doris.
I know a dog named Doris.
Wow, you really thought there was going to be thunderous laughter there, didn't you? I think
Nope.
the only thing you would hear from the theater is...
I know a dog named Doris.
That sucked. That sucked.
They decide to stay with Doris, and they follow her
Whenever she goes.
What are you talking into?
You guys yanking my chain?
No, I don't think so, man.
I didn't even know you had a chain. Me too. Yeah.
But Keenan, I never thought I'd say this, but you had better writing with
Good
Good
Burger.
Burger.
I have some visitors, and I didn't think you mind if they audited the class. Come on, find a seat.
I don't think any school works like this, but I'll allow it for shenanigans.
It's not in your head.
It's my
It's my hat.
Why don't you take it off?
I have no face.
And 11.
Okay.
15 minutes in, and we finally got a laugh. Man, it's like searching for Waldo. I finally found one.
We're here because Doris has a problem. Yes, she doesn't have any friends, so we came here to tell everybody to be her friend.
So it's hard to say Keenan is bad as Fat Albert, but it's hard
I'm
to
not
say
sure he's
good
bad.
as
He's very good as Fat
I
Albert.
can't imagine doing an
And he's
entire
pretty funny.
performance with that voice, and honestly, it sounds like he blew it
And
out
I really love
practicing
when
it
he
before they
does
even
his
started
voice
rolling.
as
Isn't
Fat
it the
Albert.
person who matters and not how they look? You know, she blew in my eye. Hey, Danielle, you can't quit school and run away.
It'd be like if Andy Serkis didn't take care of his voice while doing Gollum, and it sounded like...
That would be so funny.
All right, kids, power up.
What is this?
Ah, okay.
Ah,
Here starts
yeah.
the bad
Some of the
computer
cartoon
chip. Oh, we're
characters
done.
don't.
Look, I
Oh,
don't
it's
have
over?
friends because I don't want friends.
I don't know what to think of
Some
that.
cartoon characters don't know how to use
Well,
computers,
animators haven't
but
been funny, so I doubt they'd be funny
that just
here,
cuts
but
out very
it
fast.
seem a bit odd giving up before the
Okay,
routine even
this film was
starts.
pretty funny
At
already.
least show how much runtime you saved us, so we can give a discreet yet audible golf clap. Albert grows an immediate attraction to Doris's foster sister Lori, and if you're thinking, man, isn't he a little old to be dating someone
Oh,
that
yeah,
young?
now she's
I know
getting the
these people are in
chick
high
of
school.
himself.
Wait, don't rub it.
She blew in his eye. What does that mean? I don't know.
I know you don't know.
Guys.
Not sense. Nah, it's not worth a comparison. It's just dumb. Hey, if they can abandon routines, why can't I?
And there's no way I'm letting that fat kid get over on Laura.
Lori's maybe boyfriend Reggie, played by Omar Ryan, feels threatened, so he challenges Albert to a race. Pff, how forced. Was this a Filmation
Let's see how
cartoon?
wins
Yeah, okay,
this
okay.
Albert.
Go!
And now my impression of the green screening from Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
Honestly, this effect is so ridiculous, it does make me laugh
Every
a little
movie
bit.
has to do a
When he
green screen
naturally
for
tries to
CGI,
teach a
you know?
lesson afterwards.
Even though you came in second place, it doesn't mean you're not a winner, too.
Fat
Yeah.
man. Fat.
I do wish this is one of those PG movies where they could get away with saying the F word once.
Yup.
Fat man.
Fat man.
Fat.
Then there's
This. Hey, I got a stroke.
I'm having a stroke. A lot of people say this whole movie is just a big commercial for Fat Albert, but I disagree. Because the film literally plans out a section to literally be a commercial
For Fat Albert.
See? That's who we are.
Corporate shills. Seriously, the whole cast has a look like... Oh man, we don't want to be that scene where Cat in the Hat promotes Universal Studios, but...
I hope
we're
not.
Totally that scene where Cat in the Hat promotes Universal Studios.
Those are the most popular girls in school. We gotta get them to be friends with Doris.
They try not to get distracted from their original goal of getting Doris some friends. They manage to get her invited to a party, but Doris says she needs some new clothes first.
We have to go to the mall.
What's the mall?
Follow
these kids in
her.
the past are asking questions kids in the present would ask.
Yep.
What did he just say? You watch your mouth.
Let's go next door. I got Beethoven
Oh,
discount
that was pretty
synthesizers.
funny.
Hey, you. If you're looking to buy, I'm your guy. And for talking to me, you get a hat for free.
Oh, okay. I didn't know about that, but it's okay.
They do a clothing montage because they think we've never seen a movie before, and then jump rope in a mall. I don't know. It's Fat Albert. I can't pretend I come up with something more interesting either.
You guys see the picture me and Mushmouth took? I think we lost some color.
Pictures aren't real.
Neither are we.
We aren't real, and I think we're fading.
Okay, how do we go from jump rope to existential crisis in a minute? Hey, God is dead.
Doris, you look great. People are gonna notice.
Doris gets dressed up, and they head to the party.
Can I get you a soda or something?
You're so sweet. But you just got me a soda.
And from the positioning of that light, you might have something else for her, too.
Yep.
What's up, man? Nice hat.
Ah,
Like we should be
he's
in the
even
Stoner
made a
Band solving
friend.
mysteries.
He's got the same hat as him.
Say a few words to the crowd. Fat Albert.
Pretty tries to humiliate Albert, but of course, he wins over the crowd with, you guessed it,
A rap version of his
theme
song. They call me Fat Albert. That's my name.
And solving problems is my game.
Not sure it's a good sign when dancing turtles, CG dogs, and Waynes and drag would fit too well in this scenario.
But I love the song though.
Okay, how did they do that joke 10 times better than a movie that literally had Porky Pig in it?
Yeah, in Space Jam New
Revenge isn't
Magazine.
done yet.
Hey, sweet thing. Wanna dance?
Why, yes, I would. Oh, the girl, yeah. Maybe that Fred kid with the ascot is
I think
available.
I remember the scene.
Reggie, no.
Fat Albert protects her.
Tries to move too fast on her, though, and he turns on her, causing the gang to step in.
Stay away from her.
Well, you're gonna have to deal with me.
Well, that's it. Slender Man and that are the two things I never want to turn around to.
Yeah, me too.
Well, Albert better tend to Doris. It's his sister, naturally.
You should be walking on this side of the street. The gentleman should walk on the side with the traffic. That way, if a car like splashes mud, he can push the woman out of the way.
Oh.
This doesn't feel like writing as much as sentences. We're just listening to sentences. Either jokes don't work or they just forget to even put jokes in. It's so bizarre.
I had no business going to that party. I should have never listened to Albert in the
What is with you? Ever since your grandpa passed away, you're not the same.
Could the cause be your grandpa passing away?
Why don't we invite him to the track meet on Saturday?
The fewer people who see me run, the better.
You've got to start believing in yourself. You used to be one of the fastest runners on the team.
Just pretend they're offering a sequel to this movie and you'll get your running legs right back. The next day, Doris wants to keep her distance from the gang as she was uncomfortable at the party.
You look a little pale. A little washed out.
How can you tell? Your colors are like Care Bears in the Barbie movie. Even faded, you're still pretty blinding. They decide to hang in the park before they meet up with Doris to get back into the show.
Ba-ba-ba-loomba. Ba-ba-loomba.
I do like the scene where a kid teaches Mushmouth how to say balloon and then suddenly
Ah,
he's the
yeah.
most articulate person alive.
Madam, it has been my extreme pleasure talking with your daughter. She taught me how to say balloon.
Well, I'm very happy for you.
I'm gonna see if you're on the list, because you're on a list. Actually, everyone starts to act different as their flaws suddenly start to become fixed in the real world.
I bet I feel even smarter.
Okay,
about this
better.
than that.
Whoa, he's bald.
Okay, so on the one hand, I do like that this actor is allowed to show his face, but on the other hand, there need to be something funnier than that.
Yeah.
Seriously, we needed like a... Their colors are noticeably fading and they tried to figure out what to do.
We're not just losing our color. Look at my hand. I can see through it. It's fading away.
It's like if Jordan Peele directed Back to the Future. They make their way back to Doris's place where they find the bullies on the show are trying to take over. And as much as that face reveal wasn't funny in the real world, they do make up for it in the animated world.
Where's your
Let's see
face,
it.
man?
What happened to his face?
You're clearly in
Whoa.
the wrong cheap animated series.
Okay, that is a little
He sees them
curse.
go into the cartoon, though, just as Albert decides he doesn't want to go because he wants to be with Lori and also still wants to help Doris. Well, that's a cock-tease speedy ending. How much more film is there? Don't for shit's sake! I
Ha.
feel like Happy Gilmore. Just go home! Just go home! Are you too good for your home?
We've got to ride to the fair in style.
They decide to go to a fair and make a car out of garbage.
Wow, that is a very cool car made out of garbage.
I don't know. But to their credit, I do like a lot of the creativity around this thing. I love not only the look of it, but how the two guys inside seem to operate all of it.
Thanks for winning this for me.
Hey. Anytime, any day.
They make their way to the fair where Rudy finally starts to put the moves on Doris.
Would you go out with me?
You mean like on a date?
Yeah,
But we are on a date.
that's right.
Is it me or like half
how
the
sweet.
lines just saying what's happening in the movie? Did we leave the audio descriptions on?
You're Fat Albert.
I kind of love after all this time, only one kid recognizes him as Fat Albert. Almost like even the movie is saying, yeah, nobody remembers who this is.
Bad kids keep chasing Russell. He needs you.
He says horrible things are happening on the show as the bullies are trying to take over.
Yeah.
So Albert goes to the one person you immediately think of when you hear the words, horrible things.
Wait till you get to the top of the stairs, then they knock.
Prepare for bad taste jokes. Preparing for bad taste jokes. Bad taste jokes. Bad taste jokes, sir.
Who is it?
How many times have I told you I'm not appearing on Chris Hansen?
I'm Fat Albert.
Hey, taste of your own medicine. How far should I go with this?
My boy, how did you get into this predicament?
If there's anyone who should be asked that question,
I heard her crying. Who's it heard? Doris Robertson.
for the love of God, don't tell him any more about her.
Doris Robertson. Do you know where they live?
Stop movie! The rating for this is gonna shoot right up! For that matter!
Come, Pinky. Let us return to the story.
All right. So it's revealed that Albert is actually based on Doris's grandfather who passed away.
Oh, I see that
Touching
now.
sentiment, there's an idea in there.
I see.
He's told, though, he has to go back into the show.
Your fans are waiting to see you on TV.
Yeah, one of them.
Yeah.
No, I want to stay here in the real world. You can't stay out here.
Something Cosby is told on a daily basis. I'm sorry, I don't know why the worst of him brings out the best of me. Albert tries telling Lori that he's a cartoon and needs to return to his show. Weirdly, though, she doesn't believe him.
It's almost funny. Every time someone says they care about me, they wind up leaving me.
You're just like that FUD guy who said he wanted to return to animals in drag.
Ha!
Doris tries to tell her what he said was true, but she doesn't believe her either, and she just goes to sleep. Yeah, do drag tomorrow. It's far more important. I'm sorry.
Wow.
How is this film still going?
She doesn't
It's been
believe
like
her and she
3
goes to
times it could
sleep.
wrap up and somehow they turn it
Really? You
into
could have think of
to
something
punish us.
else.
Case in
Okay,
point,
I know it's a
Albert
family
decides to
kids
finally
film,
go back
but
to the show,
can you do
Albert,
something a little
again,
different than that?
decides he can't go.
It's time for Doris to believe in herself again.
And it's time for you to believe that 80 minutes is a perfectly acceptable running time. Doris runs in track, and Albert, of course, encourages her to believe in herself, and of course, she wins.
She wins.
Oh, come on, we gotta go.
I'm weirdly not out of breath in the slightest.
So we meet again.
She tries to get him back into the show, but Reggie attempts to stop it.
Oh,
Get out of our way.
okay.
Ha ha ha.
See that wrapped up quick? Why couldn't all the conflicts be like that? They use a skateboard to get him back, because I'm totally convinced this was written in 1990, and they make it back in time.
Fat Albert! Harry, the show's almost over. We need you.
How could this be?
Magic tear, duh! He says goodbye to Lori, and Doris finally puts together who he reminds her of.
You remind me of my grandpa.
Hey. That's a nice thing to say. I love you, Doris.
Love you too.
That's always sweet.
Feel like we could have explored a lot more of that, but, malls, jump rope, whatever the hell this
was.
This was mostly a waste of time. He goes back into the same repeated animation as before, which is the one thing I'm positive the original Fat Albert would do. And in a kind of cool scene, we see the people who inspired the characters while they're at the grave of the original man who inspired Fat Albert.
Yeah.
It'd be really touching if I wasn't thinking of someone else who was really touching. Oh, Albert, I hope I made you... It's probably good that you're dead. And that was Fat Albert. It's bad, and it's exactly the kind of bad you think it is. Granted, I've seen far, far worse, and I will say the cast, particularly Albert's gang, are giving it their all. I never feel like they're sleepwalking through any of it. They're really trying to capture the essence, charm, and energy of these characters. But the writing just isn't there to support it. It feels long despite it not being a particularly long running time. The jokes meander, and there's a ton of moments that can be cut out. I don't think I'm gonna miss much if you took out Rudy dating Doris or Reggie getting revenge or any of those moments where it looked like the film was gonna wrap up. I can't say it's super irritating, but for all the work these actors are clearly putting into it, they deserve something more than this.
And that was Fat Albert, boys and girls. This is a very fun kids family film. Even though Kenan Thompson has one of the best SNL cast members, he has an amazing talent. And this film definitely puts in a lot. Even though not all people liked it, but some do and some don't. But for me, this film is definitely more funnier. I'm gonna have to watch that or get the DVD of this to see if it's funny or not. But anyways, this was very fun to watch and also very super nostalgic. Anyways, for those of you who want to see another video from Dog Walker dash the Nostalgia Critic, drop me a comment down below if you guys want to see it. And remember, hey, Fat Albert will always be there to protect you. Also, smash that big like if you want to see more videos like this. Please subscribe to my channel so we can hit on 400 subscribers. Do it now. Turn on your post notifications bell so you get notified when I upload next. Also, make sure to share the video with your best buddies and best girlfriends if you haven't to. Pretty the hot ones too. And thank you very much for watching, guys. Your bro Michael will see you in the next video. And bros out, fist out. Hey, Michael out.